Kobe shoots. Hits off the backboard. And dunked in the sewer.
It's a slam dunk.
3-pointer. 10-pointer. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff done in the last update. It's time to go on Cat's big trip. But you know, we spent a lot of time kind of flying over town, and I felt a little bad about not having, you know, just a... I kind of feel like we jumped around this very big town a little bit, so I kind of wanted to show what it's like going on the underside of the town, which is still really nice, really scenic.
Yeah. Like, I imagine it must be difficult to design this stuff knowing that a lot of people won't see it.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's so much, like, we've gone through so much concept art, just, like, nearly every structure in this, like, area. But we got a woman looking concerned off the edge here.
Is she calling us fat?
Well, no, she just...
Gravity Queen sounds like an insult to me.
Oh no, that's our nickname. That's another nickname that Sid gave us. It's not quite as good as Cat, but it's been a while since we've kind of just been an errand girl for random jerkasses in town.
See, a lot of these people's problems seem to stem from a complete lack of railing.
Yeah, also, maybe don't hold something important to you over the edge of a really big
Like,
fall.
you live on a floating city, maybe you don't take the shit that's important to you over to the edge of the city.
I mean, at least they're not asking us to fix up their house again. I wouldn't go that far as say that the army didn't save the tower. The army's taking credit for our work again.
The army bombed you.
Yeah,
basically.
the army didn't even manage to take out like all the extra Nevi. We kind of took out everything. But no, Sid gave us the... Actually, I forget if it was Sid or Alias who started calling us Gravity Queen. But if you actually look at the map at any point during the LP, our character icon showing us like where we are on the map has been a chess queen, which I thought has been a pretty nice touch. So it's time for us to go down. You know, we're gonna go 300 yards below town to go look for this super important letter from her boyfriend. Which I don't even think that was the wind's fault. I think she just got pissed off and threw it and was like, oh shit, I might need that. Okay, scratch that. 600 yards.
I'm pretty sure that letter's gone, lady.
Yeah.
I mean, get him to write you another letter.
So, interesting thing here, and someone else in town mentioned this, but from up till this point... Oh, scratch that, by the way, 750 yards down. I also like how ominous it is. The music just completely cuts out at this point. God bless. Just how ominous it is that the music cuts out at this point. Oh, we're not...
I mean, we're going to go out of bounds at this point.
Well, up till now, if we hopped off the ledge and fell far enough, Dusty would have created a gravity storm to, like, get us back. But even though, like, someone in town says that, hey, since you got the tower back up and running, the gravity storms went away. That being said, until we talk to that woman, if we hop down here, we'd still get grabbed by a gravity storm, so... Okay, 1,000 yards. We've got a bit of falling to go.
We fell for hours.
We literally fell for hours. So basically, the only way a gravity storm could
Still?
Yeah, the only way a gravity storm could affect us, even though we've somehow managed to brush them all away, if you run out of gauge juice, which we are not going to ever do because we've been upgrading the shit out of them. But if you manage to, then you'll get grabbed by the ghoulies and thrown back up. So here we have a nice little interesting segment where, after going in this weird sake bottle-shaped funnel, that sound you're hearing is me trying to activate gravity power. So, 2,000 yards. And it says here, use any remaining abilities at your disposal, and we don't have any. We have...
I guess they mean your charm and good looks.
We have one ability, and that's fall. In this case, we are literally letting gravity do its job. We are not rushing gravity, we are just letting gravity do its job. Also, it is impossible to get every single gem that they have placed here. If you want to go for them, you can rack up a ton, but you're also probably going to get smashed by one of these jackasses.
Oh, wow.
There are occasional little healing bits, but they are few and far between. So
I forget what this looks like, but it looks like a picture I once saw in like a science magazine.
It is
It's like a molecule or something.
I think it's supposed to be like a brain neurolapse. I don't know. I just know that we're going to get shot at, and it's just best to fall. Avoid shit, and pilot wing skydive your way out of this tunnel. And even though we don't have our gravity shifting powers on our side, we still don't take fall damage, so that's convenient. And Dusty gives out a little cry to show that he's back in business. Good cat.
Now we just finished the Sonic 2 special stage.
Pretty much. So that puts us at about 2,500. Let's round it up. So you could start fighting all of the. You could start fighting all the Nevi here. Don't. Just follow the trail.
They're not even bothering you.
Yeah. Well, they could. I kind of thought about cutting out some of this area, but I kind of feel like it's purposely like long for a reason, so I want to keep all this in.
This feels like a bonus level.
Kind of does, doesn't it? It also reminded me a lot of, like, the Rift Plains. Which would be about where we would be right now if we were, if we didn't get the town completely back together. In any case, back in the octopus sake bottle. It sounds like this, and I'm really glad I got the gem sound actually working, because otherwise this part would have been creepy as fuck. Also, that puts us at about 4,000. If we did a complete lap, we could, at this point, have done if you took just the distance that we traveled vertically, we could have done 2 full laps around the town. Around the entire world, rather.
But how many times could we have gone around the moon?
Actually, given how, given how fucked up gravity is, I kind of don't want to know what the moon is like. This part's also a little disorienting, even more so on the Vita, because... Okay, so normally the camera only becomes motion controlled when you actually activate shift power, but in this one, it'll do it if you start falling for long enough. So basically at this point, I kind of said fuck it to getting all the gems, because it would mean going up against our silverfish and a lot more of the spiky guys, and instead let's fall. And it's even interesting that this, like, it's almost like little trees coming out of the pillar here. They're a different design than what we were in before.
It looks like a giant spine.
Yeah. But basically, we're traveling to the bottom of the world pillar right now. And I really hate not having... God bless.
Must be allergic to heights.
Allergic to all this falling, I was gonna say. It makes me regret... I really wish that we could just at least have the slide for just, like, the running around on the floor parts, because...
Or what if you slid down?
Ooh. But gravity completely doesn't work there. Which is a pain in the ass. Well, actually, no, gravity works extremely well. Our shifting powers don't work, is the problem. So this entire segment here is completely, like... the gems start going all over the place, and I kind of like the layout of this because it just looks like a bunch of rock teeth. Like, if, like, a rock golem got his, like, a giant rock golem got his, went to go see a dentist and got all of his teeth.
Oh, yeah, they're all, like, giant teeth.
So you would think that, like, with all these kind of different branching gem paths, that there'd be something. Nope, there's nothing here. It's literally just gems if you want to go get them.
I mean, we don't need any more, do we?
No, not really. I didn't show it in the video, but, at some point during this update, I actually hit the, trophy for getting, 40,000 gems, I believe. Getting gold, loads you the fuck up. Basically, if you get gold in, like, 70% of missions, you'll be able to upgrade everything you're gonna want to upgrade. Basically, by the time we're done with this LP, I think we might be able to have a fully upgraded cat.
Nice.
Which I didn't even get in my first playthrough. So at this point, I kind of just said fuck it, and you can just go right for the marker.
I wonder if there's anybody that collected every one of these gems.
I do not know. I have to imagine being some of the work some of the people have put into, like, being #1 on the challenge board missions. I have to imagine there are people as OCD heavy to go get every single gem. And God bless them, because you definitely do not need to get every gem in this game to upgrade. But in this case, we can actually shift in this elephant bone graveyard.
Well, now it looks like, I don't know, it looks like a bunch of spines. But the spines also look a little like faces.
It looks like it looks like a background in a Berserk issue. But in case, we got a pretty hefty fall. Nothing bad will happen here. So, Raven Rematch is a relatively interesting fight. Because it's not a direct fight. It's an endurance fight. you basically have to fall, and she's like the nemesis. Nothing will kill her. She's gonna keep coming after you. And I mentioned really early in the LP that you want to avoid doing any health upgrades.
3,000 yards.
Yeah. The main reason you want is to help you with this fight. So Raven has a couple of interesting attacks. That one right there is her throwing her cat at you. This is her Gravity Typhoon, which dodging these is actually... Dodging them is a lot tougher than it looks. You basically kind of have to... Like, she locks on really well. You have to, like, go left and right. But we have Gravity Typhoon as well. And our Gravity Typhoon is way fucking more powerful than hers.
What did that do, though?
It stuns her for a considerable amount of time. She is dangerous with the Gravity Typhoon because she can summon 3, 4, or 6 rocks to throw at you. And if one hits you, the stun lock is powerful enough that that basically all of them will hit you. You can die really easily in this part. So, when I first had that happen, I thought, wow, I didn't even know she could... I didn't even know she could kick you during that. She didn't. She actually came back to life, flew down at us, while I was gravity kicking to go a little faster, and I somehow managed to gravity kick her from behind. That's how big the fully upgraded kick hitbox is.
Wow, that does stun her for a pretty long time.
Yeah. So basically, she'll always try and get in front of you and throw her Typhoon shots at you. She also has another attack. Oh, you can try and evade them, but it's pretty hard to evade. So she's just threw a blue orb at us and is planning to throw another one. You do not want to get hit by that. It's a teleport spell that'll put you back to the very top of this room.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That has to suck.
She only does it once or twice. Also, I am falling down at the exact same rate as her bird, so I try and kick it and get fucked. I end up kicking her instead. So yeah.
Gave her a nice little soccer kick.
I mentioned earlier in the LP to not you want to wait to do your health upgrades because you get a free health refill. This is around the time where you want to start upgrading them, because if you don't have a high health bar, she can knock out almost all your health in one volley. So you really only want to be spending 50 gems to get a full health upgrade. Also, you can also kick her if you're fast enough. Normally she's just always ahead of you, but if she like falls down, you have a really small frame where you can get a quick gravity kick in. Also, you can keep an eye on the red triangle showing where she is. If it starts moving wildly, that means she's back up and coming for you. But yeah, you basically want to have Gravity Typhoon ready to go at all times. I also really dislike that move where she throws her bird at you. I really wish Dusty could do that. A move where I can just throw my cat like a Pokemon. Oh, also, she says a lot of shit during this fight. And a lot of it goes by really fast because you're kind of meant to be thrown up and redo this fight a couple of times. So basically she mentions a lot of stuff about like the old mayor, the current mayor, why do you want to hurt the children? To which Cat is like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I would definitely recommend trying to read what she's saying.
Are we going into Silent Hill here or something?
Yeah, we're heading into the underworld, or the other world. So we fell down about 7,500 yards. I mean, Kat, you could see the darkness from, just normal world.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, we couldn't Gravity Typhoon our way out of that one.
Chillon du machu. L'odeur plan smashy plan. Polela losa. La chouchou. Bien sûr, on se lave.
Remember, you cannot get separated from the damn cat.
Polela koa kinua tu tuleali bima un save.